Okay. To start the machine, first you need to purchase a hose, a pneumatic hose, which has 8 millimeter inner diameter. And you will connect it to that coupling. This is a quick coupling. It's easy to mount this pneumatic hose here. You will only insert to that coupling. Then the second thing that you should do is there is a slide wave here that you will move it to the left side to give pressure air to the machine. The pressure here you see is the supply air pressure coming from the air compressor, and this is the regulator, and the pressure that you see here is belonging to the machine for the operation. This is the operation pressure for the machine. Then you can. The other important element here, component here is the lubrication, oil lubrication, which is required for the pneumatic cylinders. Then the oil number is 10 that you have to fill when it is empty. Then when you need more oil, you use a screwdriver, and there is a screw on the top of this lubrication unit. When you turn it to the side to counterclockwise, you increase the number of the oil. Reversely, when you turn it to the clockwise, you decrease the amount of the lubrication oil. Then the machine is to be connected to the power supply. You need 220 volts of power supply for the machine. Then this is the main switch, select switch. First you will turn it to the right to give the power to the control board. Then there are two directions. One is manual. If you want to run the machine in semi-automatic mode, you will turn it to the right side to run it in the semi-automatic mode. In the manual side, if you want to make some adjustments before starting printing, you need to use the manual mode to make the adjustment of the screen printing. Then you push this button, so the unit comes upward, and you can make the adjustment of the silk printing
yükseklik için
and silk printing die for height adjustment. Then when you finish, after you finish your adjustments, then you push the reset button. Then the machine comes to the origin and is ready to start at the semi-automatic mode. Then everything is ready and you will start to make serial production. Then you turn the select switch to the right and select the semi-automatic mode. There is a foot pedal here. When you push it, so the machine starts to work.
Evet. Tamam.
There is a counter here. During serial production, you can see the number of the printed products here. After you finish your production, you can reset this counter pushing this small button here to make it 0. After your production finished and you want to make your machine off, the procedure that you will have to follow is, first you will turn the select switch to the right and make it 0. Then power supply will be off. Afterwards, the air pressure must be 0. To make the air pressure 0 in the machine, you will pull the slide wheel to the right side to make the pressure 0. This is the back side of the machine. There is a wheel group calming the movement of the pneumatic cylinders. If you face any trouble in the machine, and if you need to move the air cylinders manually, first you will take the mode to the manual in the on the control box. Then you will push these buttons. Here there are buttons that you can manually command the machine. Evet. This is the speed adjustment wheel for this pneumatic cylinder. If you turn it to clockwise, so you decrease the speed. Reversely, if you turn it to the counterclockwise, you can increase the speed. Then, similarly, on the back side, the same type of wheel is available. You can adjust, turning the screw, the speed of the screen printing. According to the quality of your product, you can adjust it. To make this adjustment, there is a counter nut here. First, you have to turn it to counterclockwise, lose it a little bit. Then, if you turn it like that, you increase the speed. If you turn like that, you decrease the speed. After your adjustment finished, you should lock the nut again securely, not to be loosened. We have a reed sensor on the pneumatic cylinder. This pneumatic cylinder is moving our silk screen, as you see here. Now it's at manual mode. And you see here when the LED is on, so the screen printing endpoint is that we can think. We can adjust the endpoint of screen printing, the stroke, by adjusting the stroke of this cylinder. This is the stroke of this cylinder according to the location of this reed sensor. If you change the position of this reed sensor, so you can adjust the stroke. When you adjust the stroke, you adjust the stroke or the printing length of your screen printing machine. The adjustment is easy. Again, you need a very small screwdriver. There is a screw here, so you loosen it, change the position. If you want to decrease the stroke to the left side like that, to increase the stroke, you should move it left side. For example, our stroke increased now. Then you again tighten the screw and the position has been adjusted.
Evet.
To do all these stroke adjustments, settings, you need to make the air pressure 0. Otherwise, you cannot move the system by hand easily. And on the electric board, you need to have electricity to adjust, to see that you did the accurate adjustment on the cylinders, because you need to see the LED is on. If the LED is on, so you understand that you can make your adjustment correctly. And to see LED is on, you need power. Okay. So this is another important adjustment point that I will explain. So your printing product diameter may vary, may change according to different products, different customers. When the diameter increases, you need to move this system. You need to adjust this sensor position and you need to adjust these stoppers. For example, if you need larger diameter product printing, so you need less stroke, like that. Okay? First, you have to put the product, then you will raise up this unit upwards like that, and when the product surface touches to the silk screen, so this is your right position, and you fix it putting some stoppers here, then you loosen these screens at the stopper and that side as well, and move it upward and touch to this roll bearing that you can see here maybe. Şuradan bak. You will increase upward like that. It will touch because this is the end point and it cannot move upwards more. Then you will loosen these bolts, adjust it, tighten again, and you will again make the same adjustment for the reed sensor until the LED is on.
Evet.
First, you put your product here, and these are our standard parts. These are polyethylene parts, but the dimensions can be changed according to the dimensions of your product that you want to print. Maybe the diameter, if the diameter is larger, so you will need a larger diameter of this type, this shape. But the shapes must be similar. Only you need to change the dimensions, which fits to your product dimension. And you make the adjustment. This part and this part center must be coaxial. And the height of this and this can be adjusted by the bolts here. So you loosen the bolts and you adjust it, putting your product here, and make after you make the complete your adjustment, so you tighten the bolts one again. Here is the printing head. We have rubber here and bearings, and for movement we have air cylinders. The movement speed adjustments can be done from these speed waves, as I explained previously. From here, loosen and turn it right and left side and tighten again. It's up to you according to what the speed, how you want. And the stroke of this printing rubber can be adjusted by these bolts here. These are the stoppers, which is limiting the stroke. So if you want to decrease the stroke, so you loosen it and move it backward and touch to this bearing, then tighten the bolt again. Is the way of adjustment of the stroke. If you need more narrow printing area, we will also send these parts as a spare to you. You can replace it. You loosen these bolts and you put it here, and again the same. You remove it and you can use this one.